Hey guys, and welcome back to SkyFactory 3. I am Haley, and we're picking up about where we left off. It's a little dark. I don't know what happened on here for some reason. I guess when I hit F1, it just goes to dark mode. But we're going to jump back into where we left off. Probably a little bit more than where I left off. As you can see, I've made the platform so much bigger. I've got all this room to run around in. Don't have to worry about falling off the edge. I made some apple trees. So I got a bunch of apple trees over here in this corner. And I just got a couple trees over in this corner for my farming for wood and dirt. I may make a couple more since I do have the extra room. I've been busy off camera. Besides making this huge area to work around, I've been shearing trees and making tons of dirt, sifting dirt for stones, and made all this cobblestone so we can go ahead and keep moving in this pack. I also went ahead and I upgraded my shears. I don't know if I have any extra ones here, but I started using stone shears, which gave a lot more durability than the wooden shears. And it was actually just 2 pieces of stone, so I wasn't losing a sapling each time. Although I've got plenty of saplings, don't have to worry about doing too much on that. I did make some more torches with our little furnace here. I might make another furnace. I'm pretty sure I'm going to need it a little bit later. But let's see where we left off in the book. Let's back up here to the wood age. We're still tinkering around on the wood age, but we're just playing as we are. I'm just so excited about this pack. I saw some of the things later on when it gets to magical crops that are different, so it'll be interesting to see what's going on there. But let's just move ahead. So the next thing we need to do is craft a hammer to turn cobble into gravel, gravel into sand, and sand into dust. Now I've got tons of cobble, so I want to go ahead and just take I'm going to use a half a stack because I'm going to need to sieve most of the stuff anyway, to get the extra resources. So let me go ahead and make, since I have so much extra cobble, I'm going to make a couple hammers because we're going to just go ahead and complete this quest. Like I said, most of the things I'm doing that's boring will be off camera, but I want to at least get through the book as quickly as possible while you guys are watching me. So let's go ahead and hammer some of these items down. We have vein miner, so this should go fairly quickly. Let me go on this side since that torch is there. I know I have a lot of room back there, but I'm still scared of falling off the back. There we go. And just vein mine this up. And that gave us a half a stack of gravel. Now we're going to take the gravel. Let me go ahead and bring that out here. And we're going to hammer down our gravel, and that takes us to sand, and then we break down that sand. So much sand. But we'll have a ton of resources when we get done. And we got our sand into dust. So let's go ahead and mark that achievement off and go to page 2. Let's see if we can go to page 2 without opening up JEI. We did. Yay. Okay. So now we need to sieve gravel, sand, and dust in a sieve. One thing I am going to do, I'm going to make some extra chests. This will make 4 chests. Yes. I need to make 2 more. Because what I like to do is have a set of chests for each item that I end up sieving. So we'll have a stack for a chest for the stuff for dust. We'll have a chest for the stuff for gravel and a chest for the stuff for sand. So let's go ahead and sieve this. Again, we're just going to go through the achievements. So let's just mark it down. So we need to sieve gravel for the achievement book. Let's go ahead and get us a piece of gravel, and that way you guys can kind of see what happens when you sieve. I also want to, well, nothing happened on that one, But what I was going to say, let me just break a couple more pieces, is that that mesh has not broken at all. So I guess the durability on it is infinite. I don't know why there's different kinds. Maybe they go faster. I'll experiment with that a little bit later. But this is the same original mesh that I started with. So you can see the gravel, it gives you iron ore pieces. Now this is different. Normally sometimes it gives you the broken ore, but it looks like gravel is giving us iron ore pieces and flint. So let me go ahead and put that in this first chest. And I'm actually going to break down quite a few more because I want to see what it gives us. And so we're going to do sand next. So I need to break this down twice and see what it's going to give us. So sand normally gives us the crushed ore in the original SkyFactory. So it looks like it's giving us the ore pieces. So I wonder if they've changed it where instead of giving you individual types of ores, it gives you the same no matter what you're sifting, but the special items are different. Because that's an iron ore piece. And that's an iron ore piece as well. That's going to be very handy. That saves a ton of time. As a matter of fact, I may not need all these extra chests. Let's go ahead and do our dust. Let's break that down once. I'm saving this dust for, actually I'm going to do a lot of sieving off camera, but just to get us started is what we're doing here. Let's see, so we got our sand, and now let's break this sand down into dust. Oops, that broke halfway through. Come on, there we go. Did I not? Oh, let me get this last one on here. No, I don't want that one. I want to put the sand down. Come on. I can't drive my own machine today for some reason. There we go. All right. So let's go ahead and sieve. Yep. And again, we're getting those broken ore pieces. So that is awesome. I really like that. That must be part of this new mod for, what is it called? The Ex Nihilo Ascensio. I'm really excited about that because it makes things a lot easier. So we got lead ore pieces, some more iron ore pieces, aluminum ore, and some bone meal. So let me just show you, we'll start with gravel, the special items that you'll get when you are sieving. So with gravel, let's see, change to crusher, sag mill, squeezer. Is there a siever? Not siever. Sieve, there we go. So it looks like the only special item we get with, oh, maybe that's what you need. So you use those extra, those meshes get you better items. And the drop rate, let's see. So we're starting out with string. So with what I have sieving right now, I'm only going to get flint with an 18% drop rate. It looks like a small percentage of everything else. In order to get lapis, you have to have the flint stiffened mesh. And looks like the drop rate's a little bit higher on the ores. Still 18% on the coal, but 5% on the lapis. That's what it looked like, is that you get less ores when you're sieving, because I sieved about a few pieces. Sometimes I got nothing. But that's pretty cool. And then if I did go all the way up to diamond, in order to get diamonds, I need the iron. But if I got diamond, then I can get emeralds. A 1% chance for emeralds. That kind of sucks. But again, these last a long time. So that's what you get with the different meshes. See, I learned something new. And to make the diamond, you just need 4 diamonds and some string. Let's see what happens with the sand. Because I know I'm going to need redstone. And I like the way I can just kind of scope through this and say, what happens when I sieve it instead of just going back across. So I only get cactus seeds with a string mesh. I get a full cactus apparently with a flint mesh and some cocoa beans, and the stiffened mesh gives me yellorium dust, which you're going to need for the big reactors, prosperity shards, something with magical crops. That's going to be interesting to get into. Quartz, enriched iron dust, and ancient spores, which will be used to make mycelium to get the witch water, to get the soul sand. And looks like the main one. So with the diamond mesh, that's the best place to get gold, because you get gold with the lower ones, but it's a smaller chance. Now let's see what we need for dust, or what we get from dust. Looks like you start out with originally bone meal, which is what we saw there. Next level up we get is gunpowder. You get the flint. And so I'm going to need to get up to iron to be able to get into the redstone, which is what I'm going to need for the transfer node when I make the cobble gen. So, all right, that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and check that off in the book. Now, we did get some flint, so let's just go ahead and make a tool. I'll need to make some more of those whatchamacallits. Oh, you'll know it when I see it. The pattern thingies. Yeah, the blank patterns. I guess the first tool I'm actually going to need is going to be a pickaxe. So we'll do that. Now, if you notice, it gives how many materials it's going to take. So it takes 2 pieces of material to make a pickaxe. And if we go here, oh, this is new. I haven't been in the Tinker's tools for the new one, but it actually shows you, I guess, how it lines up. So you're going to need a stick, a binding tool. So let's go ahead and make a pattern for our binding tool, which is the binding pattern, sorry, which is going to be that. And a tool rod. We can start out with a stick, but you'll be able to use other materials to make it. So I'm going to go ahead and make the pattern now. So let's drop these in our pattern chest. Ooh, that's going to hold everything. And then we'll choose to make our pattern. So I think, well, if I shift over, it tells you what you can make. So we're going to need some more gravel in order to make that, because we need more flint. I'm going to need a ton of flint. But it's actually, it's really good that I can just, oops, break that down. That I can actually just sieve what I need to get all the materials, and until I need more of them. So we're going to make a cobblestone generator at some point with the quest book. It kind of guides you through that. So we're going to take some of this dust and put it in the water to make the clay. But let's see if we can get this flint going. Let's see, I need 2 pieces of flint to make this work. Oh, got our second piece of flint. All right, so let's pop that up there, and it gives us a pickaxe head. So the binding tool, I think it only takes 1, and I think I can make it out of wood. Let's see if it lets me do that. Yes, it does. And it used to be, and I'm going to see if it's the same way, where I don't have to change the stick into a tool rod. We'll see if it lets us just use a regular stick to get this. Oh, nope, it won't. So theory tested. Let's go back to our part builder and put the tool rod in. And it takes a full one. It used to only take a half. Oh, yep, it takes a full. So I'll drop that in, and we get a wooden tool rod. See, I like learning new stuff. All right, let's go ahead and make our pickaxe, and I'm just going to shift click and they go in the right spot. That is awesome. And we have a flint pickaxe. Woohoo! All right, let's go ahead and check that off. Now we're going to make clay by putting some dust in a barrel. Let's see, where's my dust? And these barrels over here. That easy. All right, let's check that off. Craft and cook a crucible. Now, the crucible used to take porcelain clay, so let's see if it still takes that. Unfired crucible and a crucible. I'll tell you, there's so many cool things in this mod pack. I'm going to have so much fun. Okay, so it does take porcelain clay, which is just clay balls and some bone meal, and we're going to need 7 of them. So the clay balls you get by dropping your, let's see if it gives the recipe, just curious. Ooh, you can do it by some mystical agriculture is what they have in here, not magic crops. You can drop your clay into the Britannia thing, sag mill, nesting pen. I don't know what that is. But we're going to do it the easy way. We're just going to drop it on the ground, punch it, and it gives us 4 balls. So we're going to need 7 of them for the crucible. So let's go ahead and drop this in the other one. Hopefully it'll rain again. Even if it doesn't, I have enough to make an infinite water source with just those 2. So let's go ahead and drop that. Now we have 8. So we need 6 more pieces of bone meal, and bone meal came from, if I hover over it and I hit R for recipes, should tell me bone meal comes from doing compressed dust, gives you a 20% chance, or just meant to do not a heavy sieve. Where's the regular sieve? There it is. Or get a 20% chance from just a regular sieve as well, and the regular sieve with the string mesh is what we have. So let's hope we get enough bone meal here to get this crucible going. I'm just gonna sieve. Got some broken ore pieces. That's gonna be just really awesome. If anybody else is excuse me, my voice, if any of you guys are actually playing this pack and you've come across some cool stuff like this that you just haven't seen before, it might be just me, because again, I haven't played 1.10 packs, but I think a lot of these mods are new, which is what made SkyFactory, so successful, and why SkyFactory 3 was so anticipated. It's just, I don't know, it's cool to do new stuff. All right, we got 4 pieces here. We need 3 more pieces of bone meal. Come on. 3 more pieces of bone meal. You can do it. It's supposed to be a 20% chance. Okay. Oh, come on. I got 3 more pieces to go. 2 more. Okay, I got 5. Okay, well, that's gonna, I got 6. All right, well, we got 6. I'm gonna put the rest of these chests up because I'm not gonna need them, because the way this is set up, I'm getting all the ore pieces I need. Let's go ahead and break down some more. Get some more dust going. I was going to try to go ahead and build a cobblestone generator, but I might do it off camera. Building a cobblestone generator is fairly easy. I want to get this crucible up and going, and if I can do that, and maybe in the next episode we'll build the cobblestone generator for anybody that hasn't built one before. But I want to get this crucible going. Oops. My keys there. Back up. There we go. And if you hear my dogs in the background, I'm sorry, they are restless this evening. All right, get that one going. And we're going a little bit over on this episode, but I really want to get something accomplished. We're ticking off things in the book, but not as much as I would like. I mean, I can play this for hours, but I want to record, so anybody that hasn't seen this series, that haven't seen this pack yet, just kind of play along with me if you want to. I don't really have any tips or tricks. So the pack is relatively brand new, but just from playing other sky blocks, or I kind of know what to expect. But it's going to be more exciting later on as we got 7. Yes. When we see the new mods. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and make this crucible. and toss that in our little furnace here. I need some, I'll throw a piece of wood in there. Let that cook up and craft, and we're cooking a crucible. Now we're going to go ahead and, let's see, that shouldn't take too long to cook. There it is, that's done. We'll go ahead and get the lava started, and then we'll pick up in the next episode. Sorry, the doggies in the background. We'll pick up in the next episode about having to, what are we gonna do? Make the generator, the cobblestone generator. They got me all confused. I don't even know what I'm saying. All right, so let's go ahead and toss that torch under it. So what that's going to do, that's going to heat up any materials that are in it. So you can see the crucible shows you how much solid and how much liquid that you have. The way we make lava in SkyFactory or any sky blocks is they take 4 pieces of cobble. Each piece gives you 250 buckets, and as that melts, it gets you the different materials. So I know I'm going to need a, speaking of which, I'm going to need a bucket. Let's see what the recipe is for that. I need a bucket. So you can make the clay bucket, which when you're using the clay bucket and you actually toss it in, when you put lava into it, when you fire it up, it goes away unless they've changed it, but we'll find that out later. And a regular bucket just takes, oh, you can make it out of aluminum, you can make it out of iron, you can make it out of a bunch of different items. All right, but we'll go ahead and stop this episode for right now. I'll do a little bit more sieving because I want to get some iron for the buckets. I've got 10 pieces, and I think if this is what I expect, all right, well, each piece gives me an iron ore chunk, or 4 of those gives me an iron ore chunk. If I hover over it and click U, it tells you what they're used for. The iron ore chunk. Okay, so the iron ore chunk smelts directly into an ingot. I wasn't sure about that at first. I was worried that it was just going to go, and I need 4 more of those to make an ore. So I don't, maybe there's not any iron ore in this. Let's see, iron ore. Okay, looks, there is iron ore. Void ore miner. Oh, I wonder if that's like the laser drill. We'll look into that a little bit later as well. So, all right, so we'll get started on, I'll do a little bit more sieving. We'll let our lava cooks up. In our next episode, we'll pick up on that cobblestone generator, and we'll be able to finish out the wood age. So again, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you're new to my channel, please go ahead and click subscribe. If you're old to my channel, thanks for coming back. But otherwise, I just appreciate anybody that's watching. Any tips that you have of what you would like to see on my channel, what you would like to see me record, even tips in this pack on what you want to see me kind of experiment with mod-wise, I'd be happy to hear from you. But until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye.